carom. Good cat.
Yes. Aus. Yes. Let's go. Yes. Good deal. Catch. Yes. Come on, that stuff. Aus. Let's go. Catch. Yes. Aus. Let's go. Catch. Yes. Aus. Yes. Aus. Yes. Whoa. Awesome. What's next? Whoa. Whoa. What's up, CupCake? Come on. Where's my co-host? Get over here, Epi. Go work. To wear girl, to co-host. Slacker Training Sunday, off. I'm Ron, welcome to the dojo. We got Sage Paw here. Storm in there, I guess. Yeah, I saw that. Looked like fun. Pretty aggressive little dog, huh? Let's see, let's move that over there. So I have some improved internet. And we'll see if I'm able to, yes. Let's see if I can log into P-Vibe here. That's 3 pages in this amount of time. That's amazing. Big deal. We'll see. Hopefully it keeps up. Yeah, it looked like it. Remember rule number 3, Sage Paw. Never ever touch me. Never ever touch me. That's super important. Chill, Epi. Super, super important. And with a dog like that, you only need to do it once. You know what I mean? You only need to quit on them once. CupCake. Ooh, look. Wow. It's like an 80s climb. Yeah, that's a climb from the 1980s. For sure. It should have a little heartbeat symbol on it. All right. So, what's going on? Who do we got? Looks like just you, Sage Paw. Me and you. Hanging out. Whoa. I'm gonna kind of poke around a little bit on my computer here and test my my new internet capabilities. Yeah, so like now I can open up my stream, I can check my stream, I should be able to do some things that that normal people can do. Ooh, let's tweet that. I got that tweeted out, and I am going to real quick try this. Look at that. Nice. And not only am I able to check my stream, but I'm able to check my stream in 1080p. Yeah, and it's just another cell modem that goes in my router out here, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Like 5 times the speed. Like 5 times. It's pretty good. All right, so what's going on? Taking requests. I have to actually look at what is on the agenda here. I do not know. There we go. Copy. Get something together. Boom. Been enjoying Mid Journey. I don't know. I'll talk to Sage Pause into mid-journey. AI digital imaging, mid-journey, pretty awesome. They had an update. It's friggin' amazing. Super stoked. It's going to help quite a bit with producing images, both for fun, well, for meme rolls as well, but for fun and for production. So kind of excited about that. It's pretty crazy. All right, so what is Slacker Training? Welcome, it is Slacker Training Sunday. This is it, a whole lot of nothing. I want to teach my dogs what dismissal is, right? All three of these dogs are dismissed right now. That means I'm off limits. It doesn't mean they have to go anywhere. It doesn't mean they have to do anything, right? I can look at them. All three of these guys, I can look at them, right? I don't have to like avert my gaze or anything. Dismissal is, well, you can't have engagement without dismissal. If you can't tell your dog that you're off limits and you can't turn your dog off, you're unable to turn your dog on. Definitionally. Your dog might be on, but you're unable to turn your dog on. And therefore, you don't have a full handle on engagement. Slacker training is where I accomplish most of my learning skills. There's a dialogue that happens here, right? When I look at Epi here, let's add a, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back there, let's add that. Whoops, boom. So I teach most of my interaction with my dogs. This is life, right? I teach most of my interactions through this slacker training thing here, right? And I dismiss my dogs. I allow them to disengage. I allow, that's sweet, Epi, thank you. I reserve the right to interact with them if I want, but I have the intentionality and the mindset that says I'm off limits, right? So when I get up and I come over here, right, I still have that mindset of being off limits. Oops. Still have that mindset of being off limits. And you can see that these guys here have very little response to me, you know, and that's kind of cool. It's what we're trying to get here. I have this in this environment here. Let me pull it's not super hot anymore. Pull down my floods, right, Epi? Right, Epi? I hope it doesn't rain here, Sage Paw. So I have this in here. I have this in social situations as well. But when I go outside, I don't have this, right? It is not all that super spiffy outside. I tried to take some climbs outside, it failed. I will be doing some work out there in the future because I want these guys to be able to chill while I'm playing Frisbee with the other dogs. We'll be moving the dojo out into the backyard here pretty soon. But anyway, these guys are all dismissed. I'm off limits. The way that they get me to engage with them is eye contact, a default behavior. This is not going to do it, right? Like this little, oh, how about I come over and get your attention, right? I'm off limits. The end. Right? I am the star, Epi. Stop stealing the Zoom. Stop stealing the Zoom. It's not okay. Can't do that with your handsomeness. Yep. Dojo Gardens, right out there. In very little time, the crates over here, right? Like my new crates, Rough Toughs. Yeah, pretty sweet. They've been sitting out in front of the studio here, and April pulled them out of the van, and I cleaned them all out, and I got them set up here. I moved my crates out, and now April's gonna, I'm sure, take them for the van. It's gonna come and happen in no time. But yep, we'll have Dojo Gardens right there. Anyway, right where that set of bank of crates is, the ones on the left, there'll be a door there that goes out to the field. That's anybody has a set of doors, let me know. If anybody has a set of doors, let me know. I'm down. I want some doors. I will barter for it. Sliding glass doors, French doors. I need a big window here too. I need a window right there, so my internet can shoot out onto the field. I'm in this metal box here. It's a little rough. But tonight we are doing slacker training. It's not my job. This is how I lay out essentially my entire training with the dogs. I started to talk about this question, right? When I look at Epi, notice his response. There's a question there, right? And that question, that's very nice, Epi. There's also a deep hunger and expectancy in there too. But the question, when I look at King, lifts his ears, gives me a look, right? That's a question. And our dogs are always asking this question of us. Hey, what's up? Are you sure? Huh? And it's a good idea to answer that. We can't answer it because we're usually busy. We're usually doing shit with the dog. And then when the dog asks a question, it's kind of a pain in the ass, or we perceive it as kind of a pain in the ass. You should look at that moment as the moment to say, yes or no, you're right, you're not right, this is what we're doing. Yeah, huh, for sure. Yeah. And they do that. They do it all the fucking time, and we should be answering that for them, right? And that's not a crutch. That's not a no reward marker. That's not a crutch. It's a really, really good thing. So the game that we play here with slacker training, the idea is I capture attention. Yes, oh my gosh, right? And I pay the dog and I do some work. Take attention, yes. Whoa, wow, that is great. Touch. Yes, awesome. Whoa. How about we go over here? Yes, wait. Awesome, over there. Yes, wait. Yes, good man. Awesome, go do dog stuff, right? And so I allow the dog to capture my attention, capture engagement through this little, through whatever criteria I want, really, but through attention. Soft attention. You notice CupCake jumped up and ran over here. I was trying to get the camera on her. So I want to take soft attention from the dog. I don't want to take hard work from the dog, right? Like if she were to lie down on that and just chill, or if she were to look at me, right? And she did, but you couldn't see her. She was off the screen. So I'll wait again. I'd like to do it with CupCake because I'm going to do where is the handler with King. What I'm getting at here is I do this re-engagement all the time, right? I do it all the frickin' time, and I started doing it as a game. Where is the handler? So the dog's attention, when the dog hits attention with the handler activates as a handler, like handler 9000, dog handler 9000, right? Dog wrangler 9000 turns on. And the machine goes like, yeah, this is an opportunity. Boom, 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 boom. We do 4 or 5 things, and then we go do dog stuff. And we repeat this where is the handler game using probably attention is the only thing that we can use. And anyway, doing it as a game, I found is very, very different than doing it as my slacker training, as my engagement protocol, right? My engagement and lifestyle protocol, right? Wow, that's really interesting that CupCake is avoiding that. Did you see? She knows her name. She's avoiding that mat. She knows it doesn't work. So when CupCake gets off, yes, I'll pay her. I'll do a tiny bit of work with her. Yes, awesome. Oh my gosh. Ready? Touch. CupCake, I know you're scared, but you got to touch. Yes. Epi, stop being such a tyrant. Awesome. Go do dog stuff. Right? So that would be the kind of thing that I would capture. She was being naughty over there. You probably couldn't see it. She was up on the counter. She got off the counter. 4 on the floor. I marked yes. She'll probably go back over there. Turn it that way a little more. Well, you can't see me now. Oh well. Let me do this. All right. So we'll see her much better now. But that's my normal shtick, and I captured her. She was up over there on the counter, you know, and she got down, and I marked her off, and I paid her here, and I did some work with her, and then I dismissed her. So I got, I captured her getting off the table, earned interaction with me. I paid her here. I dismissed her off again to probably go off over there for the table. And she might go over and jump on the table again. If she does so, I will wait for her to get off, mark it off, pay over here. A few of those, and she's going to walk over to the table, over to the counter, and go, no, I think I want to hang out here with Ron. And then I'm going to capture that and pay the shit out of that. And the counter will go away, right? But what I also get is, so I'm going to ignore that right there, and I'm just going to go pay here now. Another important thing with slacker training is that you have to be careful with your marker. Your marker tells the dog that they did something, and that something they did earned them a cookie. I do not, same thing, Sagepaw, I do not want my dog to think in this situation, when they're dismissed, that they do things, that their actions make shit happen, right? I want to come over here and pay classically, right? I want to pay, I got to come up with a new word for that, actually. But I want to pay without the marker, without the interaction, without the knowledge of the behavior, because I want super soft behavior. When I look over there, I don't want her to be like, oh my God, it's going to happen for me, right? When I look at Epi, he gets pretty excited. I don't want that, right? I want to be able to look at him, yes, and have him nice and calm, right? 3, 4 looks, 4th one worked. He's not pumping me for interaction. When I ambient attention, this here is pretty formal. Epi's pegging me, right? He's manipulating me. This is intentional. There's intentionality in this attention from all of these dogs. They're all, right? I don't want that kind of attention. What I want is this ambient thing. So you can see that the dude on the blue pedestal is kind of just looking, right? And I'm going to do where is the handler with him. Chill. So you can see these two here, Epi and CupCake, both are pegged on me, and King is the one who's actually dismissed. When he gives something approaching eye contact, the handler is going to activate. And this is going to be typical of my slacker training thing, but there's a big difference. I believe it's a game, and I'm going to treat it as a game. That's awesome. Dude. Yes! Oh my gosh! King! Yes! Touch! Yes! Awesome! What? Oh, I was getting a cookie. Yes! Up, up. Yes, you ready? Hoop! Oh! Hoop! Boom! Yeah, look at that guy. Up, up. Yes, awesome. Go do dog stuff. Whoa, King. I'm super impressed with you. You stay in there that whole time. You were a dick. So that's where is the handler. And again, it's just me capturing eye contact, but I'm capturing ambient eye contact. Yes, King. What? King. Yes, touch. Yes, awesome. Up, up. Yeah, over here. Yeah, over here. Yes, touch. Yes, wow. Who is that guy? Over here. Yes, awesome. Great work. Go do dog stuff. Whoa. So he's looking, hanging out, he's doing his thing, and then he gives me eye contact. Ambiently, not loaded. Not like CupCake and Epi are like, come on. I looked away, and now we're doing, no, not like that, right? He's hanging out, he's chill, look. He's totally disengaged. And he's going to attend to me. Yes, good man. King. Awesome. Through. Yes, get back. Yes, awesome. Whoa, up. No, over here. I was talking about this one. Yes, good job. Go do dog stuff. All right. So that is where is the handler. And again, it's not anything super duper special. You might already do it. I mean, I did. I've been free shaping and capturing engagement from dismissal with slacker training for 15 years, right? And I did this with King in here for 90 episodes, right? And I was always kind of down on King's like free shaping and workability, right? And there was no reason to be. All I needed to do was to actually have the engagement thing be a game. And as soon as the engagement thing was literally a game, he was in it. He was down, man. He was like, fuck yeah. When I was doing it as like a pre-macking exercise or as a capturing engagement exercise or as a slacker training exercise, right, with those ulterior motives, it wasn't working. But when I play it as a game, like ambient attention, oh my God, the handler like just turned on. Where did that handler come from? And do a few pieces of work, real opportunity stuff, dismiss the dog, and repeat. And man, King has been so much sharper with the free shaping. He asks a bunch of questions when we're working. Before he didn't. He knew the answer. He'd like, focus, just focus. If you focus hard enough, it will work. Like, that's what he did. And now he's much more apt to get in a situation, recognize that nothing's happening, and say, hey, dude, what's happening? And that is just amazing. Really, really amazing. So where is the handler is one of the Primal Games. It is the third game. It's a third game we play. We play Where's the Trigger, and then we play this Wait next, and then we do Where is the Handler. So there we go. And slacker training, it's not my job. You know what I mean? It's not my job to make you do anything, right? These guys are all staying on their pedestals or their spots. Not my job. I didn't even tell them to. You know what I mean? If I tell them to, if I would have, actually, I'll show you. Epic, yes, good man. Double dog name is the release. Stall. Yes, good man. So, this is my job. I told him to stall. If he gets off here, I must make him get back on. These two dogs are dismissed. I have no responsibility over them. Right? They're not my job. Them learning how to hold their spot and hold their pedestal, not my fucking job, dude. When I ask Epi or tell Epi, cue Epi to stall, that's my job until off. I'm responsible for that, right? Epic, off, awesome. Great work, awesome. A pup, and a pup is just a generic up cue. Okay, go do dog stuff. And now I've dismissed him. Now this pedestal is not my job. You know what I mean? It's not my job. It's the dog's job. If I don't like what the dog does, I can pressure them back over here, leave the pressure on, and then disengage, right? Like I can still hold them to the criteria of doing the thing, right? But it's not my job. I don't care if they get off. I'm not going to address them like this when they're dismissed in this context. If I'm working with Epic and they're walking around, yeah, I gotta push them back to their spot or they're gonna get killed, right? Or if they're, hey King, don't do that. If they're walking around and I'm working another dog and it's in my way, I'll push them back to the spot, right? But what's happening here, CupCake is getting up and coming to me because it's a safe to fail probe of, hey, how about I try this? Hey, I'm CupCake, I'm out here. You forgot about me? No? Okay, I'll go back. And she'll stop coming up here because it never works. And she'll start to recognize that that is where the cookie happens, right? And so she's not going to keep running up here. Running up here would be dumb. You know what I mean? If she gets back there and lies down and I mark yes, and then I immediately come and hook up with her, right? She's coming with me. Right? She's coming with me. Or she knows she's in circulation. And I don't want her to think she's in circulation. Right? So when she walks back, I'll let her hit there. And I'll pay these guys while. With no marker. All right. Slacker training, not my job, right? She's going to go back and she's going to pound this. Watch her look at me. Wham. Oh, I thought I'd get a better look than that. That marker that I threw on that, the last one, probably pulled her off this time. In order for her to get on the mat, she must first be off the mat. If getting on the mat and lying down works, I must get off the mat. I'm on the mat. I can't make it happen. I have to get off in order to get back on. And this idea of while, this payment here, has no marker, and it's not based on any consequent interaction between me and the dog. And therefore, it is not a mental operation. It's not operant. It is a classical cookie. What's up, John? Dog catch. Yep, got new internet, John. New internet. We'll see. I can open up a P-Vibe site now. Like, it's amazing. Like, I just opened up the front page of Positive Vibe. That's crazy. It is crazy too. Like, I'd still be sitting here. Derp. All right. Let me see here. What do we got? Oi, Michelle, how are you? Just did Where is the trigger with the Kingling? Or where's the handler? Went through slacker training in general? Yep, looks good. I'm sure it does. Sure it does. Fingers crossed. Be careful. Sorry, Epi, that wasn't the real thing. It's like, I know you didn't say all pow. So, okay. I hit on not my job. I kind of hit on the Primal Games, right? Again, the Primal Games, I think they're super, super important. We have where's the trigger? You offer the cue, touch. You see Epi's question? Boom. Yes. There's the answer, Epi. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, that was very good. You even... Epic, off. Go get it. I can't reach it. Over there. Yes. Up. Yes. Good man. Chill. All right. Touch. He's trying to figure out, boom, where it's going to be. Yes. Right? And that time in between, that solidifies the trigger, that makes the dog look for the trigger, that highlights the trigger. And as a result, you get a weight and focus and intentionality to see the trigger that's going to make the skill happen. If I want to touch, right? Yes, I can do it without the where part, without the aporia, without being at a loss for words or setting up a situation where the dog is at a loss for words. I can do cue, trigger right next to each other, right? But if I don't, the dog does mental work, the dog thinks, sets up a little abstract reality. Ooh, he's 18 inches away. There's a pedestal over here. He had me touch on the pedestal. He had me touch on the pedestal last time. Where are we going to do this? Boom. Yes. Awesome. Right? And over here, buddy. So where is the trigger? Super, super awesome skill. We do it with a touch. We do it with maybe another skill. Through is a good one. And then we just kind of add it to certain places within our training. And what happens is the dog attends to the handler very, very well. Your wait is a given because you gave the cue, I need to wait here for the trigger, dude. Duh, everybody knows that, right? And that's a really important thing. For those of you guys who don't know that there's a cue and a trigger, or don't believe that there's a cue and a trigger, there is. Your dog does not get to go whenever they want. It just so happens that now they get to, right? It's not a problem for you right now. When you get super high in your discipline, you get super good at it, or the tolerances for timing, criteria selection, etc., get tight enough, you realize that there is a trigger, and you have to go and fix your cue to make it resolve in that trigger. Like once you're already awesome and super badass, then sit and stand. The dog is sitting, right? Or is standing, and you say, and the dog puts his ass on the ground, because from a stand, the only S thing that happens is sit, duh. And that's fine when you're a rookie or an up-and-coming obedience person. But as soon as you're trying to get that last polish on there, you notice that. And that's unacceptable, that dog is going on, because now sit and stand are conflated. And I say, and the dog sits. I say, and the dog stands. And so the handler has to fix the cue. Circus. Sassafras. Stand. Yes, pay. Sisyphus. Circus. Sassafras. Sit. Boom. Stand. Boom. Oh. Stand. Yes. Bang. Right? And you have to mess with it. What that clarification of the cue is where is the trigger? Right? You're saying that the dog can't go until the end of the verbal cue. So the end of the verbal cue is the trigger. Right? Another thing about triggers, when I give the cue, touch, I have the initiative. Boom. Yes, when I mark, the dog has the initiative. Right? So by having my dog waiting and being attentive to the trigger, right? I wind up sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Eppy's being too cute. I forgot what was I saying? Someone remind me. Super funny. What? I know. I got nothing. We'll do some stuff, CupCake. Not now. Okay. All right. I was talking about the trigger. Where's the trigger? The end of the cue. Shit. Yeah. Can't remember. Yeah, I know. The weight and the trigger are the same thing, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be dismissive, Sagebot. Something about weighting and trigger, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. The weight and the trigger, they're the same thing, right? When I give the cue, the dog has to wait for the trigger. And that understanding is just, it's huge, man. It's super awesome. Oh, I was talking about initiative. So when I give the dog a cookie, the dog has the initiative, right? And now how do I get the initiative back? I take the eye contact, yes, and I move him over here. And I give him this cookie, he gives me the eye contact over here, right? So initiative, when I give the trigger, or when I give the cue and give no trigger, I hold the initiative. I have the ball. I make the pass, right? When you give your dog a cue and there's no trigger, or you don't know what the trigger is, the moment the cue starts to come out of your mouth, the dog has the initiative. And you have very little recourse, right? You have very little recourse. The hard part of dog training is navigating these initiative transfers. Yep. Thanks, Michelle. And Michelle is starting to seize or steal or maintain the initiative with her dog Mojo now, which is super awesome. Super, super awesome. Pretty excited about that for you, Michelle. Big deal. So Michelle has a Whippet or a Whippet mix. I think he's a Whippet mix. He's awesome, but he's a little slow. And that's great, because it's probably better that he's a little slow, Michelle, than him being fast. But the thing is that he's slow because Michelle was struggling with the initiative. When you mark and give the dog a cookie, yes, boom. Until that cookie is done, CupCake, yes. Until she's done with that cookie, I can't really do anything. Now I can grab her initiative, right? Now I can take the initiative back. So CupCake gives me attention. Yes. And I throw it, right? This is all her initiative. Yes, still her initiative until I marked her there. And what I marked on her way in was attention. My dogs, this slacker training, this whole thing, everything I'm fucking doing here, as a matter of fact, is about them giving eye contact to me and me interacting with them. And we can look at that as them offering, giving up initiative to me on every rep. And I think that's what's happening, is that they're giving initiative. And I think the difference between Play Plus or P-Vibe dogs, my dogs, and a lot of other people's dogs is that idea that my dogs are super willing to give up the initiative. They know that giving up the initiative, they'll get it back. And they participate with me in that. The now next cycle, I don't know if I want to talk about that right now, but that is a big part of it, the now next cycle. Now is what we're doing. We're going to do a vault. I tell you top, it's now. The cue, I wait a moment, that's called aporia. I'm essentially not taking the question. I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it right now. And everybody thinks about it, and then boom, the trigger happens. And that's the end of now. Now is what all dog trainers are concerned with. What happens after you throw the cookie? What happens after you trigger the skill? And it is, well, that's where all the training happens. It's where all the training happens. Once you throw that cookie and you've done the thing that you want to do, now the dog gets their cookie, is free in the environment, and you have to get them back in position and lined up again. And you have to do that in a way that they like, right? Most people get away with that by having cookies on them, right? And nothing wrong with cookies, right? But the cookies are a tool. The cookies are not the goal. And that's a big problem. But the idea that my dogs are so willing to give up initiative, I think, is really important. And it makes it very easy to work with them. The moment nothing's happening, they chill out and give me soft attention. Right? They might not be paying super huge attention to me, but the moment I turn or do something, maybe not that dude. Yes, king! King! Yeah, through. Yes, up, up. Yes, wow, that guy. Over here, get over there. Awesome, go do dog stuff. I'll give you a cookie. Knock yourself out, kid. Right, so my guys are attending to me while they're dismissed, and they're not pushing up on me and trying to beat me up. They're not, this guy's whining a little bit, but everyone told me I had to keep him in the co-host spot, not put him back there. And then, when he's in the co-host spot, he whines. You can hear him whine. When he's way back there, you can't hear him whine. And he's less apt to whine when he's way back there. All right, I think I am going to run in and grab a cup of coffee here. I got it made, so I'll be right back. Let me play a video here. Pick. When is this from? Let's do this. I think this will be a good one. No, it's not going to be a good one because it doesn't have anything on it.
Go, go, go.
Through and flip.
Good. Ouse. Go, go, go. Ouse. Yes, ouse.
Up, up, up. Not nearly as loyal as Epi.
Yes.
Epi is super loyal. The other dogs ran outside. They were bad.
Through.
You're super bad, CupCake.
Yes, ouse.
Do it, Epi.
Yes.
Epic penmanship. Badass.
Go, go, go.
Do it, Epi.
Good. Ouse.
Woo!
Ouse. Yes, ouse.
Up, up, up.
Ouse. Good. Right there. Yes, good. Good. Ouse. Through.
Need to redo that now that I know how to use the.
Yes.
You can see that at the end. Badass. At the end, I got his. I got it like shooting right off of him. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to use the software in the beginning of that. And yeah. All right, so I got coffee. Slacker Training Sunday. We've talked about some Primal Games. We've talked a little bit about it's not my job in the Slacker training process. We've talked about initiative, right? And initiative is pretty important. Oh, you are really going to do it. Do it, Epi. Yeah, wow. That was impressive. Initiative is a super important process. And I just realized in this session here, 10 minutes ago, probably 30 seconds before, maybe 60 seconds before Michelle wrote initiative in the chat. I was like, oh yeah, fuck, this is totally just initiative. And this slacker training, in addition to giving the dog experience doing nothing and an understanding of what types of behaviors and which expressions of them are going to get my attention and are going to be acceptable for work, super important as well. In addition to those things, this idea of us practicing initiative, super important. It's a big initiative transfer here, you know. So I think that's kind of interesting. All right, the Play Plus process philosophy of play. I will pull this up and I will take advantage. Did I go to the, am I in? Yeah, I'm in clean. Awesome. We'll do screensaver. So this is the wiki, the Play Plus wiki, and this is where the book has gone. Ooh, somebody's got a John, I think. There's a comment there. Where's the comment? Where did the comment go? I want to see the comment. I've never gotten a comment before. Don't even know how to look at it. Well, that's not fair. All right. So we have the introduction to the book. Oops. The introduction to the book, wherein I lay out what I attempt to accomplish. Right, some quotes from the Alfred North Whitehead, Mihai, Csikszentmihalyi, Jakpanksup, and then essentially my, oops, I didn't know that. Essentially my laying out my goals here, right? I lay out how I'm gonna do it, and how to use the book. And then we have the trigger process, right? I've gone through most of this. The trigger process. This is kind of almost in order. The first of these are almost in order. The seeking system and the affective neuroscience angle. The concrescent trigger. We have the cue and the trigger, which I've been talking about, right? This cue is the idea, and the trigger is the action, right? Yeah, they're not bad, right? They're not bad. I'm pretty excited about it. Thank you, Michelle. So when I give the cue, top, yeah, Epi's like linear vault. Where? Say when. Let's do it, right? When I say that, the dog prehends. That means grasps the entire actual world around us. Everything that is relevant to that cue in the past and right now. Or everything relevant to that cue in the past and everything that's relevant, period, right now in the actual world are prehended the moment I give the cue. That's the emotions and feelings, these are emotions and feelings. And these emotions and feelings, these are emotions and feelings about the current situation, about the cue, about how the work we've done in the past has happened. Earlier reps, unsatisfied successes. You know, I get a cookie every time I do this, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And, what are we here for? And then failures. All of that. The moment I give the cue, top, boom, pow. That's the physical pull. It all shoots in here and creates the subjective tone, which is the classical condition of the dog. And here is the dog that's going to do the vault, right here, with all of the actual world and all of its past experiences wrapped up into this tightly knotted physiological, and emotional critter in front of me. And that's the physical pull. Physical pull sends out the seeking system. I don't know if you can call it send it out. I'm going to use a bunch of fucking weird shit here. The physical pull, there's an expectancy from that. The seeking system is an affective neuroscience term. It's a bunch of shit in the brain, a bunch of places and pathways and neurochemical transmitters, all of that involved in the seeking system. The seeking system takes the subjective tone and, I don't know, the affective need, it takes all this shit and says, okay, this is what we need to bring to bear on it. Go get it, seeking system. The seeking system goes out, hits the mental pole, and the dog puts together a plan with their actualized skills and previous experience. They put this plan together to satisfy the seeking system, right? To satisfy the seeking system and to engage the behavioral affect that satisfies the seeking system. And it might be that the seeking system goes over here and is like, okay, sweet, this is a play situation, boom, play mode engaged, seeking system goes back to the physical pull or something. I don't fucking know. But the idea is that the physical pull sets up a situation that needs to be remedied, an affective situation, an emotional, a physiological and emotional situation that needs to be solved. With our dogs, there's a reason that behaviorism suggests that dogs be at 85% body weight for ideal uptake. And that is because there's a physiological need that must be satisfied by taking the cookie then, right? So they can essentially wash away all the other emotional and physiological needs by starving the critter a little bit or by shorting them a little bit of water and then offering that as reinforcement. At which point in time, that becomes a valid physiological need. And I'm not suggesting that they're torturing the animals or anything. I'm just saying that when you're hungry, food is important. You know what I mean? When I'm thirsty, water is important. It's a physiological need. So the subjective tone sets up the classically conditioned state, the physiological and emotional state after the prehension of the actual world, sets up a situation that needs to be remedied. The dog then takes all of the thing he or she knows, all of the skills and whatever in the past, and applies them to that problem. And in our situation, it's almost always going to be play. By the way, this works with reactivity. Let's do it with reactivity. Lone stranger walks up. That's the idea. Dog shits his pants, prehends the actual world. I'm not at home. I'm in a strange place. I don't know any of this shit around here. Scary guy. Actual world. Not helping. My emotions and feelings now, not good. My emotions and feelings in the past, man, every fucking time I'm out in a field like this and a lone stranger walks up, I shit my pants. It's terrifying. Earlier reps, they've been pretty terrible. I'm not going to lie to you, they've been pretty terrible. I don't know what's happening, I'm scared. Right? I'm talking about the dog. Unsatisfied successes, odds are that my handler has given cookies to me as a success. That wasn't very satisfying for me. Failures, yeah, every time this happens, I'm scared. The end. The physical pull of that dog, the classically conditioned state, the subjective tone is going to be a fucking train wreck, dude. No play is going to happen. No play can happen. I'm scared, right? So the seeking system goes out, hits the mental pull. If it's super duper scary, there's no mental pull. There's nothing there. Fear comes out. This up here is fear, right? If there's significant affective stimuli, something super, super scary, this fear is just going to shoot out. There's going to be no thinking possible, right? And there we are. We're in trouble. And so if separation anxiety, no handler, I apprehend the actual world. Where's my handler? Oh my God, my world is not here. There's nothing else even in here. I'm alone. Emotions and feelings of that. Earlier repetitions. Last time I got stuck in the dishwasher. It was terrible. I've torn out the walls in the bathroom. It hurts my teeth. I bloody my toenails. This is horrible. Unsatisfied successes. Being in that dishwasher really sucked, man. Right? Failure, you could do the same thing there. The subjective tone of me as a dog. I'm fucked. Seeking system goes to the mental pole for panic, grief. That would be the behavioral affect from affective neuroscience. And so shooting out of there is panic, grief. Right? And depending on how serious the situation was, I didn't talk about the subjective aim. My subjective aim is what I intend to do given all of this information. Given all the information at hand, what do I intend to do? If I'm significantly scared, this doesn't even work. Ah! Right? Bite my handler. I might bite my handler in a fit of irrational stupidity, right? Out here comes panic, grief, and whatever behavioral forms and expressions come along with that panic, grief affect and that panic, grief actualized skill experience. This mental and physical pull works for all 7 of the behavioral affects, right? And that's great for mapping, right? That's great for mapping. But the really fucking badass thing is I can now work, cue, trigger, marker, and thoughtfully address the classical condition, the subjective tone of the animal. Can't really do much about the actual world, but the emotions and feelings of our past reps, I can make sure those kick ass. I can make sure that the emotions and feelings are, whoo, fuck yeah! Or, wow, I did that really well. I would like to do that again. One of them was a physical pull. Woo! Yeah! Rock on! Wow, I know how that works. Let's do that again. So, how I work within this concrescent trigger process can affect the classically conditioned state of my dog. While I'm working, in this session and for the future. There you go. All right, I'll get off of that. Way too much time on that. That's the concrescent trigger. Now next cycle, behavioral concepts. We have these, come on, dude. These behavioral concepts: attention, dismissal, targeting, wait, trigger, duration, position, threshold, bite, drop, give, right? Those are our basic behavioral concepts for dog training. We have behavioral facts, right? The concepts are really base level. Attention is like what it feels like to give eye contact, right? What it feels like to give eye contact. Attention, a fact would be the concept plus another concept, or the concept plus something outside of it. By the way, this is philosophy. It's not necessarily practical. It is super, super practical, though. Don't get me wrong. But like, if it sounds kind of a little too thinky or philosophical, it is. So the attention, he needs to know what attention is. The eye contact, what it feels like, what it is, that it can happen on a pedestal, a whole bunch of shit, right? He needs to know what that is. The target, a target is not a hand target. A hand target is a behavioral fact. The target is the concept, right? And the target might be which, orange or white, yes. It might be there it is, like boom, right? If I have the dog touch this thing, this is a behavioral fact. It's outside the dog. The dog is doing the concept outside of itself, or with something else, or with another concept. Does that make sense? That's a behavioral fact. Behavioral concept, we can't really do anything with them except understand exactly what they are. Another way of thinking of this is the behavioral concept is the criteria alone. Eye contact and what it feels like. Touch and what it feels like. Not the hand target behavior, yes, but the actual what it feels like to touch, right? And so the hand target is a fact. We can use it. The target is not a fact. The target is a concept, and we can only apply it as a criteria or use it as like a general direction thing. Hopefully that makes sense. So attention, when he gives attention, yes, okay, that was attention for next. When he realizes, yes, off, yes, that attention means next happens. Whoa, wait. Yes, up. Yes, good man. When he realizes that, then this attention for next becomes a go-to move for him. It becomes one of his actualized skills over here, right? It becomes a behavioral fact over here that he uses to solve his problem. that comes in from the cue, right? So behavioral facts and concepts are, they're the things that we use. They're the tricks that we use for our games. They're the tricks we use for our Frisbee. They are they're the basic facts of what we do. A fact is something that has actually happened, right? That's a definition of a fact. Something that has actually happened. Not that might happen, not that is logically sound. That's not a fact. Logic is not a fact. Logic is logic. A fact is something that actually happened, right? So behavioral concepts are the ideas behind or underlaying the behavioral facts, the base level behaviors that actually happen. And then there's dialectics of Play Plus, which I'm super fucking excited about. This is too big of a list. Bite and drop equals carry. That's a dialectic. Bite and drop are opposite, right? When they're married and kicked around a little bit with some thought, all of a sudden you realize, oh shit, if I have bite and drop, I have carry. And this dialectics of Play Plus is a big part of the project. Primal Games. Flow theory is something we're using. This concept of effective attunement, pretty important. And I'll stop here. I'm pretty good with my test of the internet with my. Should this be way over there? I think it should. Yeah, funny. That's funny. Yeah, my internet works. Woo! Yay. That's pretty awesome. Patrons who are participating in class and whatnot, you can access this. Those of you guys who are working with class and with the group and with the phenomenal process philosophy of play group on the P-Vibe site, patrons, become a patron. Right? You get access to class, you get access to stuff like this, you get access to me, ebooks, shit like that. Super cool. More of the patrons should be taking me up on this. The more you guys come out and hang out too, the better shit gets. But one more thing here, Play Plus Universe. We're using the Knefin framework. This side of the map is the matrix in your mind. Doesn't exist. Facts and concepts exist here. This is where we store them. This is concrete down here. Something like attention would probably be pretty abstract, actually. Abstract up here. The behavioral concepts are the most concrete. They're the things the dog actually feels, right? So maybe touch or targeting would be low, and attention would be a little higher, because that's kind of, eye contact. It isn't like mush. Facts, sit, hand target, object target, live here, right? Behaviors, this is supposed to be behaviors and processes. Behaviors like go to mark, which would be go to spot, pedestal. It's a behavior. That would be up here in things and processes. It's more abstract. It's made up of several facts, right? And then processes How I teach, I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. Hang on. Processes and forms would go up here as well. And then on this side of the map, this is the real world. And this is where things actually happen. Over here, of course, my dog has a Jakey. Duh. Jakey, it's right there. We do it all the time up here in my mind, right? Yeah, we got that. Okay, we take it out on the actual field, in the actual world, and we try it, and we realize, oh, shit. Well, actually, my dog has a problem with rabbits. Actually, my dog has a problem with X. Actual world is not what you think your tricks are. Fucking important, guys. Biggest problem, Michelle, Antonis, John. I haven't worked with you, Sagepaw, personally, but everybody thinks that this, while we're playing, should look and feel like this thing that doesn't exist over here. And it can't happen, dude. It doesn't. This is imaginary. Right? This is imaginary. This is in your head. And it's good. It's reality. Right? If it's actualizable, if you can do it, it's reality. It's potential reality over here. Right? And it's important that you realize that this is potential reality. This is actual reality. It's not that this is reality and this is what you're able to do. This is potential. This over here is what you actually have right now. And man, that is super, super important, guys. Super, super important. And biggest problem, one of the biggest problems in dog training is dragging all this shit over here, over into the real world while you're playing. You can't drag perfect performance into the real world. It doesn't work. If you're lucky, you'll get real perfect performance out here in the real world. You should be striving for that. But when it doesn't happen, the show must go on. Right? When it doesn't happen, you can't go over here and rack your brain and try and figure out what the problem is. Shit's happening over here. And that's super important. So the Play Plus universe, pretty important. We have the skills matrix on the right, the ordered domains of subjective reality, right, with a bunch of shit. And then we have, come on, baby. Yeah, this is fucking great, dude. I'm pretty stoked having internet. And then we have the actual world, where things actually happen. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson on the actual reality of the complex domain. Right? We highlight chaos. Pretty cool. So again, patrons who are active get access to this if they want. You get classes and shit too. Blah, 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 etc. All right. Okay, so I checked off talking about the process philosophy of play. We'll wrap this up a little bit. I'm right now, I'm actually looking at a couple of philosophers. Heidegger and Merleau-Ponty, and both of them are phenomenologists, existentialists for the most part, and they are they're about perception and being, and there's some really important things within Heidegger, in particular, the present to hand versus ready to hand. And I'm trying to figure that out. For the handler, as the dog, and for the team. That's the other thing within this process philosophy. All the shit that we're talking about with that trigger process and all that, that's for the dog, for the handler, and for the team. There's a nexus of us participating in a game of Frisbee. There's me, my subjective tone, my physiological state, my subjective aim, the mental intentionality that I have coming out of the cue, right? My dog has a subjective tone, a classically conditioned state. They have a subjective aim, their goal, I'm going to get the cookie. My goal, I'm going to get the behavior. My dog's goal, I'm going to get the cookie. Sorry. Let's start again. My subjective tone, I'm cool as a cucumber. I've done this a million times. I'm fucking fine, right? My dog's subjective tone, holy shit, I'm going to get a cookie. I love this. This is the most amazing thing ever, right? They're not the same. They're going to be melded together, right? And the team's subjective, the team has a subjective tone. I'm cool as a cucumber, Epi's a little crazy, right? That balances out. The dog's subjective tone, my subjective tone, the team's subjective tone, all get crammed together. And that's what we have going into our subjective aim, going into solve the problem. And our subjective aim is going to get harmonized in the same way. My goal is to get the behavior. It's not a good goal, by the way. You don't fucking want that goal. It's a dumb goal. It's as dumb as the goal of the dog being get the cookie. Both dumb goals, right? Dumb subjective aims. Very common for one of us to have that subjective aim, by the way. But then our team has a goal or a subjective aim. And that all gets harmonized and pushed together. And then we take that and try and solve the problem. And so what we have to recognize is that we have 3 different critters here that are playing. And that means that it isn't like I think it is. If I just get the cookie or if I just make the behavior happen, my dog might not like it, even though they get the cookie. My dog might be prehending something horrible. It might be very unsatisfying success for my dog, right? We have to recognize that we are participating in a nexus of critters, dog, handler, team. Each of them has a subjective perspective, and each of those subjective perspectives have to be woven together when we move forward. So blah, 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 etc. All right. All right, there we go. Any questions or comments or anything you guys want to talk about? Going to probably do a little bit of multiple stuff with CupCake here. Yeah, did you hear your name? Do you know? Do you know? Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. I know. So funny. All right. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'm going to throw on the dojo cam. I need a sound effect for that. All right. Let me see. Where is it? Dojo. Do 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 do. Oh, I just gotta add it over here. Hang on. Sounds, where are they at? A good sound for the dojo. That's kind of a good one. All right, we'll put that on. All right, hang on. Yes. Yes. I need the hockey, baby. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Oh, hang on. We got to put on the EpiCam. All right. Dojo music. All right. I'm doing it. I will put on, I need to get more, put on Pat McCune. Yeah, Pat McCune's such a badass, dude. Epic. Good work. CupCake. Yes. Hang on. Stand. Yes. Off. Yes. Stand. Yes. Yes. Off. Yes. Epi, stop. Hang on. Stand. Good. Yes. Off. Yes. Stand. Good. Hang on. Got to turn. Yes. Good. Off. Yes. Awesome. All right. Go to dog stuff. Epic. Chill. 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 Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Come here. Stand. Come on. Stand. Good. Mine. Yes. Mine. Yes. Oops. Oh, stand. Yes. Mine. 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 Oh, that's it. You ready? You ready for it? Here we go. Stand. Easy. Dude. Stop. CupCake. Stand. Mine. Mine. Off. Good work. Wow. Look at you. Mine. Oh my gosh. Stand. Good. Nope. Come on. Stand. Mine. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yes. Stand. Mine. Mine. Off. Good. Awesome. Mackay. Mackay. Good. Go. Awesome. Ready. Mine. Ready. Wait. Dog catch. Good work. Wow. You've never done that. Whoa. Awesome. Mine. Go to dog stuff. Woo. Go CupCake. Guys, I am taking off. I'm going to shut us down. Yeah, he needed a mean dude. It's annoying. And I feel bad for him. He doesn't do anything, but. All right, I'm going to play us out with, I'll play us out with Badass Meme Roll number 4. Haven't played that one in a while. Yeah, right? That was badass dog catch. All right, that's going to do it for us. Oh, no. No, we'll do this one. We'll do the cupcake can. All right, where are we going to put you guys? Cupcake. King. King. Yes. Epi. Up. Yes. Cupcake. Chill. Cupcake. Chill. Whoa, it's you guys. Chill. Nope, don't, Epi. Don't. I don't need any help. Do I have time? Am I going to make it?